Welcome to episode 1426 of the Multifamily Collective. Today I wanted to talk about the power of why, and I want to tell it in the context of a story, and I wish I could make attribution to this story. I'm very guilty of. I keep these 3x5 cards everywhere. They're in my truck, they're at work, they're in my backpack, they're on my desk. I have big piles of them, my big kind of card, 3x5 card holder is full of them. But anyway, long story short, many times I forget to make attribution to the person or the podcasts that I collected the information from. But I found this to be an interesting thing. Since the time that the first person climbed Mount Everest, there have been 6,098 successful attempts at climbing Mount Everest. The first person to do it was Mallory, was his last name. I can't remember his first name. Sir Henry, it was Sir something. Anyway, when asked why he was climbing Mount Everest for the first time or wanted to climb it at all, he said, because it's there. Because it's there. It wasn't, I want to climb it and this is how I'm going to do it and so on and so forth. It was, the mountain is there. It is the tallest thing on the planet Earth. And because it is, and because is there, I'm going to do that. And by the way, I'm the first person that's going to do it. So I have some motivation to get it done. But there's a powerful why in that scenario, right? Simon Sinek has popularized the idea, the concept, the philosophy of getting a why behind a what. Understanding what your why is before you take off and define what the how is. In other words, how you're going to get to your why. The why is the inspiration. The why is the external motivation for going out to do something, whether it be in a company or in a community or in your home life. It is the power that gets you to that point, to the outcome. It's the first thing you should define in anything. When you're rolling out something in your organization, when you're doing something in your community, you should always sit down and really put pure definition to why you want to accomplish that thing in a bigger context, right? In the spirit of, we all want to be a part of something bigger than self, and use that as the driver for defining and setting out the tactics and understanding the how in terms of how you're going to get there. And then you talk about the who, not the how, after you've defined the why. That may sound confusing, but once you have your why, once you understand what the how is, then you assign ownership to people who are in alignment with the various aspects of a thing you are trying to accomplish. In other words, put people in the right seats on the bus, germane to their skill set, germane to the outcome that you're trying to achieve. And you line those up, you create clear lines of sight, clear alignment in the organization. You communicate that obnoxiously, and I use that word on purpose. I heard one time, or I read somewhere, a CEO that said, the second you get sick and tired of hearing yourself promote the same message over and over and over is the very second that you're probably starting to really communicate to your organization. It's only when you're sick of hearing yourself say the same thing over and over and over. You're just getting started at that point. So get that alignment, obnoxiously communicate that thing, and you will achieve so much more than you are today. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.